Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of my favorite albums of 2022. This is day 3, pick 29. So, of course, 31 days. In the month of December, I'm giving you my top 31 albums of the year, starting from number 31, moving our way up to number 1, which will be revealed on New Year's Eve, December 31st. So stay tuned each and every day here this month as I reveal my 31 favorite albums of the year. I will say it's a pretty difficult task to do something like this. It's one thing when you don't listen to too many albums during the course of the year. It's easy to pick your favorites, right? But when you've actually listened to and reviewed, like a couple hundred albums during the course of the year, it's hard to pick like a top 31 or a top 50, especially when you have some good ones. Pretty good year for music this year. So I had a lot to choose from that were amongst my favorites. And generally speaking, the ones that I choose to put either on my end of the year list or in a show like this, a monthly show like this, they should be albums that I've rated 4 out of 5 star and higher. So those 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5, and 5 out of 5 stars. Then I got to try and figure out, well, which are my favorites among these? Because like I've said many times, there are certain albums that I may rate as a 5 out of 5 star classic. May not necessarily be my absolute favorite albums, right? Because there are some albums that may be a 4 out of 5, but I just listen to them more. They resonate more with me, even though I know they're not top to bottom. May not be as strong as some of those 5 out of 5s, right? So it's kind of difficult to, where absolute technical perfection in songsmanship and songcraft and musicianship and all that. It's a great sounding album. Everything's perfect on it, but I maybe don't listen to it as much as something else, right? Which I haven't rated as high, but it just resonates with me more. So that's what I struggle with each and every year when I do these. So these are not easy to put together. So there are so obviously a lot of good albums that did not make my top 31 that'll be listed, somewhere below that. But I've kind of tried to pick the 31 that I really liked the most, that I thought were the strongest. But again, there's some get left off. You'll see them on my full list on the website come the end of the year. But anyway, let's get to today's pick, number 29. This is the 5th studio album from this Swedish band. The band is called Ghost. Impera is the name of the album in question. Of course, fronted by Tobias Forge, otherwise known as Papa Emeritus, and the mysterious masked ghouls, of which we hardly ever know who they are. They're just like this kind of like revolving cast of musicians on guitars, bass, drums, keys, and all that sort of thing. But Tobias is the songwriter, the vocalist, and basically the leader of this band. And this band got its start off with being a kind of like a satanic heavy metal band, throwback to like Merciful Fate type of thing, with this uncanny ability to write good pop hooks. Not that much different than like Blue Oyster Cult, right? So they've kind of, their Tobias at times sounds a little bit like Buck Dharma, and some of the melodies in some of these songs have a hint of Buck's songs in Blue Oyster Cult. And, along the way, they've gotten less heavy, more pop hooks thrown into their music, more accessibility, right? They've opened up their music to a lot more eyes out there as far as listeners go, because they've kind of toned down the early aspects of their music and made themselves a lot more accessible. This album is a perfect example of that. Lots of good hard rock on here, some good pop on here, a little bit of metal, some blazing guitars, great vocal harmonies and things like that. Kassarion is a great song. Spillways is so, oh man, you just listen to that and you just want to listen to it over and over and over again. Call Me Little Sunshine is a great song. Watcher in the Sky is terrific. 20s is kind of interesting, right? Some people like 20s, some people don't like 20s. Griftwood, it's a very, very enjoyable album, I think, and pretty much stacks up there with some of the best albums they've done, I think. So that comes in at number 29 for me today. Let us know what you think of Impera by Ghost down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. You are number 29 on your list of top 31, and we'll continue on each and every day. So we'll see you tomorrow with number 28. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Stay tuned in a couple hours. We've got the UK Connection. Simon Bray, Stephen Reed, and myself will be giving you our favorite and least favorite albums from Dire Straits. That's coming up today. And of course, tomorrow morning, after another of my picks for best albums of 2022, you've got ranking the albums Martin Popoff, Guitar Hack, and myself will be ranking the large catalog of the great Maryland heavy rock band Clutch. So that's coming up tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. Till then, please hit that like button before you leave, subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And if you care to go check out our merch site to get all sorts of cool shirts like this. We have tons of different Sea of Tranquility shirts, designs, things like that, hats, hoodies. We got zip down hoodies now as well. So go check that out. That link is below, as well as the link to our Ko-Fi page if you care to make a channel donation. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. We'll see you tomorrow morning with number 28 on my countdown of my top 31 albums of 2022. Till then, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.